Hey fellas, good morning. It is Monday. I believe it's the 23rd. Pretty sure Thanksgiving is this week. Not sure if it's I think it's the 25th and then Black Friday. I don't want to sound like a bunch of doom and gloom, but I'm going to attach a video to this and I'm going to show you the title of that video and who makes it. I think his name is, I'll try to pronounce his name properly and then I'll take you out back. All right, let me switch this around so you can see it. That's his name right there. Tom Bilyeu. Trump just triggered the collapse of the IRS. No one's ready for what's next. Now, I watched this video and I think he does a very good job at explaining some of the things I want to explain to you about finances and the coming 10 years, the next coming 10 years. So hopefully this isn't too much doom and gloom, but I think it's honest. I think unless we do something fairly drastic, we got about 10 years left before our money collapses. So I'll show you what we're working with. There is the sun. Beautiful clear skies. It rained a little bit last night. I don't know how else to say this without sounding conspiratorial. And it's a bit of a change of the subject, but it's rained more here this year than it has in the prior 8 years I've lived here. So this is my 9th year living here. I don't know if they're doing the chemtrail thing or whatever else, but this place is, at this time of year, my yard would normally be brown from the cold and the rest of that. So anyway, leave it open so the cats can gangster their way in. A lot of things that I think are going to happen, I hope don't happen. I remember when, and how I keep myself humble is, do you remember, if you're one of the people who have been around for a while, I was just completely assured we were headed for civil war. And I think I lost my mind a little bit about talking about that, making that the mainstay of all of my stuff. So here are some of the things that I think are going to happen. I'm just trying to get it off the carpet. All right, so I can get a little closer to me, so it's useful. Now I'll attach the his video in the description box of this video, but I'm going to do everything I think I can do to help you. And I'm not going to ask you for anything. And I don't want you to, you don't have to like or subscribe. I'm not doing this for financial gain. I'm not doing this for social clout. I'm not a clout chaser or any of that kind of stuff. But I don't think it's fair that the majority of people are not financially literate. And I mean that in the fact that they can't actually read a contract, that they don't understand credit or credit cards, that they don't understand simple things like the difference between a bank and a credit union, that they think that if they pay into an institution such as a teacher's fund or a state fund or some type of pension fund, that it's not going to be mismanaged and there's not greedy people siphoning off the money or stealing from it. Just look at all the people for the TPP loans. How many of them are going to jail now? And they got away with $5 million for 5 or 6 years. Now, they may catch some of them. But listen, I'm going to tell you the same thing the Secret Service and the FBI agents told me when I worked at the White House. They said, we don't catch the smart guys. We just don't catch them. They never make the same mistake twice. So we can't ever catch them. And that's it. And if you don't know it, the Secret Service has another branch. It's not just, they have a financial branch where they look into, what do they, counterfeit money. They look into financial crimes and stuff like that. So Those are the guys I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the protective service group. So anyways, let me get back to my subject at hand. If things do not change radically for the United States, and I believe the tariff process is going to work, but there are so many people in the NGO, non-governmental organization world, that had their money turned off, their free supply of government money turned off because USAID is now gone. They're very upset. I really don't think many good, hardworking people realize how long and how much we've been taken advantage of. I think it might be a good idea for you to adopt the things that I once was my mantra. I'm finding a way out of the rat race one way or another. I made the goal to get out at 50, never look back, have enough money to do whatever I want, but maintain a very low profile. Be the great man. I have to blow my nose, so hang on. I'll be right back. All right, back. Hopefully my eyes ain't water. I'm not crying. I don't cry. Anyways. I don't cry where anybody can see me. I cry in the shower. Believe it or not, yeah, that's about the only time I've ever cried as an adult male. So anyways, let me get back to the point. I think there are some very basic things you should do to provide for yourself. I think you should have some very shelf-stable food for at least 6 weeks, if not for hopefully for 12 weeks, if not for that, for at least 35 weeks, if not for that, 52 weeks. Bag of rice doesn't cost a lot of money. Dry beans don't cost a lot of money, just in case. I also think if shit hits the fan, I think that you should have cash on hand, and it should be in denominations from maybe not so many pennies because I think they're gone, nickels, dimes, and quarters, to $1 bills, to $5 bills, to $10 bills, to $50 bills, to $20 bills, to $100 bills, in different denominations. Just in case, an oh shit fund, just in case shit hits the fan. You don't want to go out and only have like $100 bills and need to barter or pay for something, gas, fuel, food, and all you got's $100 bill, and all they're charging is $20, and they don't have change. Even if they do have change, they're not going to have change. So, anyways, I'm not trying to scare you, but honestly, and you can listen to this guy. He's got 4.6 million viewers. He and I think a lot of the same things, except for the conspiratorial stuff. But I think this is a good video for you to watch and take serious. All right, so let me get to the point. I'm not a prepper, but I'm a preparer. I would rather be over-prepared for an emergency and not have to stress it because I have all the things that I need for an emergency than not to have them. Okay? Love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can, and if you can't, you have to take care of yourselves. The other thing I'm going to talk about before I say goodbye is so many people, like what happened to me back in the early 2000s when NAFTA hit us and we all lost our jobs and they went to Mexico and overseas. All our auto manufacturing plants went overseas, and our auto industry turned into the Rust Belt. Is happening now due to AI. The people at the top don't care about anything other than money. So that should be a key for you to make sure you do whatever it takes to take care of yourselves. Okay? Like a fart in a G-string from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.